What would you say your biggest career transitions have been from going from like IC to manager, manager to senior director, and then, going into senior director to, VP of growth?
I think most people go through that transition and struggle of being like going from an IC to a manager and like letting things go and learning to delegate and recognizing that, just because someone didn't do things the way you would have done it doesn't mean it's wrong. You need to let the team kind of figure things out for themselves, make mistakes, but at the same time, like you're still accountable for that work getting done, making sure it's done on time, making sure it's done correctly, but giving some freedom for the team to explore along the way. I think the biggest transition I had though was that director to senior director role at EA. There was so much change that went along with that. I went from overseeing one product with a small team to overseeing, I think we had 5 or 6 live products, and then we were doing a bunch of beta launches as well. My team size tripled. We were going through the acquisition at the time, so there was just a lot of different elements to manage. And even just on a personal level, like going from, a lot of people that were my peers and my friends that I hung out with on the weekends, like I'm now their manager. So trying to figure out, how to establish that relationship in a different light and, try to figure that out, I think was one of the biggest transitions. And then obviously it's a lot more responsibility. Like it was a lot more revenue that I was accountable for going from one product to so many, a lot more stakeholders that I had to align with and make sure I was aligned with all the GMs of the different products and, try to understand what's happening with each one. So it was just a much bigger role and a big leap at the time.